You are bullshitting me on, Lily began, but when she realized what Captain Fevisor meant by his sentence, Lily realized what Captain Fevisor, Wags, and his pirate crew are willing to do. They were doing a brave thing, and that is having Lily free their friends and keeping them to herself. You and your friends will take their places? Lily questioned. You can't do this, Captain, Violet pleaded, hearing what Captain Fevisord is doing. You don't know what the hell are they doing, Lewis cried out. If we did, would you let Clementine, her friends, go along with the Wiggles, Dorothy the dinosaur, and Henry the octopus? Captain Fevisord asked. Yes, but you along with your dog friend and pirate crew must stay with the Delta forever, Lily said, still in the shadows. Who is this woman we're dealing with? Pirate Charlie asked. I don't know what she looks like. If she shows herself, we'll know what kind of woman we're dealing with, Wags added. Come into the light to show yourself, Captain Fevisor instructed, as Lily slowly entered where the light was bright enough for them to see the woman. Lily was sure scary enough to make someone piss themselves. She didn't even seem nice with the facial expressions. We won't let you do this, Captain. Please listen to us, Clementine stated. You have our word, Captain Fevisord said to Lily, but he was more nervous of her now that she showed herself. Done, Lily huffed, unlocking the cell doors. Minerva and Dorian, escort them out of this boat. Yes, ma'am, Minerva and Dorian both said. Wait, can we say goodbye to them before they leave? Captain Fevisord requested. Fine, you may do so, Lily sighed in frustration, to which led Captain Fevisord, Wags, and the pirate crew to say goodbye to their friends. I'm sorry to do this, me hearties, but it's me and my friends saving you all, Captain Fevisord said to his friends. No worries. What you're doing right now is very brave of you, Wags, and your pirate crew. We won't forget that, but we'll miss you, Greg sighed, hugging Captain Fevisord. Be careful, Captain. We'll get you out of this someday or somehow. Take care of yourself, Greg, Captain Fevisord said, before turning to Murray. Make great inventions, Murray. Hopefully something to get me, Wags, and my pirate crew free one day. I will, Captain. Here's something for you, Murray replied, handing Captain Fevisord a mirror. It's a magic mirror. It will allow you to see what you want to see. The idea from Beauty and the Beast was in my mind, so I made it since you're going to be here with Wags and your pirate crew. I want you to have it. As a goodbye present. We may not see each other again. It's a very thoughtful gift, Murray. Thank you, Captain Fevisord replied, doing his best not to tear up. Captain Fevisord, you're one of the best pirates we've ever had. It's not going to be the same without you, but we're never going to forget you, Anthony said, near to the point of breaking down in tears. I'll never forget you either, Anthony. Do me a favor and eat my bowl of fruit salad. Who knows when we'll meet again? But that won't be for a very long time, Captain Fevisord replied, hugging Anthony before turning to Jeff. I will always remember the times we all yelled to wake you up. I'm going to miss doing that. We sure will miss you, Captain. Everything is going to be much different without you, Wags, or your pirate crew. Jeff sighed. Tears began to roll down his face. I'll be strong for you all, and I'll have the memories of our shows being big, Captain Fevisord said, hugging Jeff. I'm going to miss you, Wags, and the pirate crew, but I'll stay strong for everyone, including Dorothy, Henry said. That's what Wags would want as well as me. Protect Dorothy for me. I'm going to miss you, octopus friend, but I'll stay strong with Wags and my pirate crew, Captain Fevisord sighed. He started to cry a little, as he couldn't hold back any tears anymore. After hugging Henry, he looked towards Dorothy, who was crying. Oh, Captain, I can't believe you're not coming back with us. I wish there was another way, then we could have all made it out, Dorothy sobbed. Believe me, I do, Dorothy. But if Wags didn't drop the bomb, everything would have gone as according to plan. I need you to stay strong for me. Wags and my pirate crew, Dorothy, I'll always be here in spirit, Captain Fevisord replied, hugging Dorothy. Thank you, Captain, but you along with your pirates and Wags are doing something that none of us could do, Dorothy said, still sobbing. I never thought I'd say this, but thanks for freeing us, Captain, AJ said, catching Captain Feathersword's attention. Wags, along with the captain's pirate crew, were saying goodbye to their friends. It was an honor to free you guys. You helped me and my friends. Now it's time for me, Wags, and my pirate crew to do the same, Captain Feathersword said, handing AJ 4 pairs of pirate hats and eye patches. You, Clem, Lewis, and Violet can play pirates back at the school. Thanks, Captain Feathersword. We will not forget you, AJ sighed, hugging the friendly pirate. Ten, along with Asim and Omar, thanked him, along with the Wags and the captain's pirate crew, for freeing them. I'll never forget that pirate talk you do. I'll stay strong for my friends, Lewis said, hugging Captain Feathersword. That's what I want, me hearty, Lewis. Take care of Clementine and AJ, Captain Feathersword said, while starting to tear up. I will, Captain. For your sake, along with Wags' sake as well, Lewis stated. I'll remember this great sacrifice you, along with Wags and your pirate crew, made, Captain. You did us a brave thing that none of us could do, Violet added. We won't ever forget it, even though I still frickin' hate the idea of you being here and not getting out. I know, Violet, me hearty. If there was another way, this wouldn't be happening. But I guess not everything ends well. But I'll stay strong for you all, Captain Feathersword said, while hugging Violet. Take care of yourself and your Wags and pirate crew, Violet sighed, tearing up a bit. Thank you for helping us get free, even if this means causing you, Wags, and your pirate crew. Even if there was another way out of it, you'd still be the best you could do, Clementine said, hugging Captain Feathersword. I'll never forget you or your friends, Clementine. Take care of AJ for us, Captain Feathersword replied. After the goodbyes were said, Lily, along with Dorian and Minerva, escorted the Wiggles, Dorothy, Henry, along with Clementine and her friends out of the boat. As soon as they were out, they escorted them as far away from the boat as far as they could go. Once they stopped, they released the captives who ran off into the woods back to Erickson boarding school. Once they were out of sight, Lily, along with Minerva and Dorian, headed back to the boat. As they were heading back, on the way they came, Minerva had a few things up in her mind. Lily? Minerva asked, catching the lieutenant's attention. What? Lily asked, still sounding harsh. I was thinking since Wags the dog, Captain Feathersword, and his pirate crew are going to be with us as soldiers, I was thinking you may want to offer them a more comfortable room. Just a suggestion, Minerva said. For you, Minnie, I will give Wags and Captain Feathersword a room, but his pirate crew must stay in their cells. No questions asked, Lily replied, stating her word. Captain Feathersword was crying in Wags' arms, as he and Wags, along with the pirate crew, were scared that they were in the hands of Lily. By the way, the time that Lily, along with Minerva and Dorian, returned to their prisoner area of the ship, Wags looked at Lily along with Captain Feathersword. I see you are scared of me, confused, angry even. These are normal feelings people have when they first join. You'll come around eventually, Lily said, seeing Captain Feathersword crying in Wags' arms. Some people even cry when they're scared. I would call the captain a crybaby and tell him to grow the hell up. But for Minnie's sake, I'm going to be nice today. Minerva watched as Lily, from a few feet behind her, watching how Wags was hugging the crying pirate. She honestly felt bad for them as well as Captain Feathersword's pirate crew. They had lost their friends and freedom in one day. She wished the alternative could have been done, but if anything, Captain Feathersword and his friends would have done something sooner. Our room, but I thought, Captain Feathersword sniffled. He and Wags were confused by this. Pirate Charlie was about to step forward, but was stopped by Minerva. Just Captain Feathersword and Wags. You three will remain in your cells, Minerva instructed. Wags and I will be okay, me hearties. I promise, Captain Feathersword reassured his pirate crew. Okay, be safe, Captain. You and Wags, Pirate Charlie said. What about our room? I thought Captain Feathersword began to ask the same question to Lily before being cut off by her. You both want to stay in these cells? Lily asked. No, Captain Feathersword replied as Wags shook his head. Then follow me, Lily instructed Wags and Captain Feathersword to follow her wherever she was taking them. While walking on the boat, Captain Fevisor was silently crying. Wags was quiet as well. I hope you like it here in the Delta, Lily said, striking up a convo. The Delta is your home now, as well as this boat, so you can go wherever you like. But you and your friends have to do what I instructed to you to do. And one of the rules is something everyone must follow. What's that rule? Wags asked. You and Captain Fevisor must never go to the office part of the boat, which is located in the pilot house, Lily stated. What's in the pilot house? Captain Fevisor asked. It's off limits, Lily stated sternly. She gave out a look that would mean keep out of that area. Captain Fevisor didn't question the area, and kept his mouth shut. Then they reached to the room where Captain Fevisor and Wags' room is. Is this our room? Wags asked. Yes, it is. It is kind of like a hotel room. I only give those the ones I like, Lily replied. But you two will fit the bill, if you play the cards right. Lily opened the door. Captain Fevisor and Wags both walked inside the room. There's a lock on your side, and there's a pull-out bed that is on the couch for you and your friend. There is a mini fridge with some drinks and cold snacks for you. There's also a bathroom with a shower. This room is not that bad. I thought it was going to be like the cells, Wags said in amazement. This will do me, Hardy, Captain Fevisor added. Now, if you need anything, Minerva and I will be down on this floor, so Dorian will be in shifts, Lily stated. Then came up with something to make an offer. You two will join me for dinner. That is not a request. Lily then closed the door, to which it was more of a slam. Captain Fevisor sat on his bed, laying his Fevisor beside him as he started to cry. He and his friends lost their freedom and friends all in one day, and it was taking a toll on them. Wags patted the captain's back for comfort, as he was scared too, but they had to stay strong for their friends. After about 10 minutes later, a knock was at the door, alerting the captain, Fevisor, and Wags. Who is it? Captain Fevisor asked, to which he was concerned it was Lily. It's me, Minerva. Can I come in? Minerva asked from the other side of the door. The door's unlocked, so you may come in, Minnie, Captain Fevisor answered. Minerva then walked in with her crossbow in hand. I take it that you and Wags are getting used to this place? Minerva asked. Yeah, but she scares the shit out of us, Captain Fevisor replied. And she wants us to come down for dinner. We are kinda scared to do so, Wags added. She's not as bad as you may think. That is, once you get to know her. She's been through a lot since before joining the Delta, Minerva stated. She has? Captain Fevisor asked. Yes, ever since her father died. She's never been the same since. About you two coming to dinner with her, you'll have to do that. That's an order she's given you to, Minerva explained. I'm scared of her. She's even threatened to turn Henry into sushi and even threatened to chop off Dorothy's tail. Would she really do that? Wags asked. She's made some worse threats than that. She killed a woman named Carly years ago. Clementine told me what you two did along with the pirate crew was very brave of you. Even though you may never get out, you saved your friends that way. No one could have done that, and normally Lily would never do that, Minerva replied. Why is that the case with us? Captain Fevisor asked. Because me and Sophie came here last year. Marlin, who was leader at the time, gave me and Sophie to those raiders. I stayed there and liked it when Sophie wanted to leave on a raft. I killed her to be loyal to the place I call home. I regretted it later on, and it was hurting my heart. It still does, though, Minerva sighed, almost at the verge of tears. You could tell me the whole story, Minerva. Me and Wags will listen and understand, Captain Fevisor said, placing a hand on Minerva's shoulder. Okay, this might get a bit emotional, so I hope you can handle it, Minerva sighed, then began to tell Captain Fevisor and Wags the whole story on how she became a soldier for Delta. It was a lot of information for them to take in, but after listening to Minerva's story, especially when she mentioned her and Sophie and Ten were adoptive siblings, when the world went to hell. I'm sorry you went through all that, Minerva, Captain Fevisor said, hugging her. I'd hate to have myself kill someone I love. I know that if I wasn't here, then I don't know where I would be, Minerva replied, before heading for the door. Take your time to get ready for dinner. See you in Wags Den. After Minerva left the door, she continued to do her job, as she was told by Lily to be on guard duty out on deck 2. Wags walked out of his room to the dining room, as Lily invited him and Captain Fevisor to have dinner with her. Lily was in the dining room, pacing around with Dorian and Minerva both watching her. I told them to come down here for dinner. They should have been here by now. Why aren't they here yet? Lily snarled in frustration, banging her fist onto the table. They lost their father and freedom in all in one day, ma'am. It must have hit them harder than we thought. The rest of the pirate crew had their dinner. I took their dinner up to them, Dorian stated. Do you think Captain Fevisor is a funny guy? When he's not sad, but you know, Minerva began. Of course I have. He's just been through a lot in one day, and I don't give a damn of what he thinks of me. He's just soft, which I hope he'll come around, Lily replied, splashing some water on her face. Why are you being scary towards them? Minerva questioned. You need to not scare the shit out of Captain Fevisor and his friends, Dorian added. Why are you defending them? They're soft and cuddly like a teddy bear, while I'm a fearless beast, Lily replied, twisting some words to turn the tables on her soldiers. Because I grew up with the Wiggles as a kid. Right before the Walkers took over. Captain Fevisor and Wags are my faves. Dorian even liked the dog, Minerva said. Do you have a problem with them? Is it because they're from Australia and you have issues with them? Dorian asked a question. Of course. I don't have anything against Australians. Captain Fevisor is so handsome. But I don't even know if I'm like his type. He probably prefers someone much younger than me. And I'm like in my early 40s. Lily sighed, after being so defensive. When he and Wags show up, be presentable by not being harsh with them, smile as they come into the room, and even act like a lady around them. Be mature about it, Minerva said, as she along with Dorian at the same time, driving Lily a bit insane. Most of all, you must control your anger. As if on cue, the door slowly began to open. Lily stopped and looked at the door. Wags was the only one that came down for dinner. Lily then was getting frustrated, seeing that Captain Fevisor was not with Wags when he walked in. Where is he, Wags? Lily asked, while doing her best to keep her anger in. He was in the process of coming with me, but he had second thoughts as I was exiting out of the bedroom. He's not coming, Wags sighed. This made Lily sad. What? Are you freaking kidding me? Right now? Lily roared in anger, stomping out of the dining room and headed towards the hallway. Wags, along with Dorian and Minerva, followed her, and as soon as Lily reached Wags and Captain Fevisor's bedroom, she banged on the door several times in anger. I thought I told you to come down for dinner, Lily shouted. Go away, Captain Fevisor shouted back from behind the door. You come out or I'll shoot down the lock on the door, Lily shouted, while panting from yelling so much. You shouldn't be yelling like that, Lily. You're scaring him, Dorian said. But he's being so fucking difficult, Lily stated harshly. Let's just say it nicely, Lily, but without so much anger, Minerva suggested. Fine, Lily sighed. Will you please come out of your room and join me for dinner? No, thank you, Captain Fevisor said. You can't stay in there forever, Lily taunted. I have a mini fridge with snacks in here, bitch, Lily replied, to which made Lily angry since he called her a bitch. You come out of there right now, or I'm shooting my way through, Lily screeched. Then she turned to her soldiers. If he doesn't want to eat with me, or from now on, I'll eat in my room, Lily sighed, then headed for the dining room to grab her dinner, before making her way to her bedroom. That shouldn't have happened, Dorian said. She sounds like she has anger issues, Wags added. She does. Why don't you and Captain Fevisor eat in the dining room with me and Dorian? We'll keep an eye on Lily, so you two will be safe, Minerva suggested. As soon as she said that, Captain Fevisor walked out of his bedroom. That works. What's for dinner? Captain Fevisor asked. It's chicken with rice, salad, and mashed potatoes, Minerva answered. She, along with Dorian, Wags, and Captain Feathersword, started to walking towards the dining room for dinner. Lily's not so bad once you get to know her. She's been through a lot since the dead started walking, Dorian added. Maybe give her a chance. I'm not sure if I want to give her a chance. I don't know if I ever want to get to know her, Captain Feathersword replied as they entered the dining room. Meanwhile, Lily stormed into her bedroom with a plate of dinner in hand, inviting the captain that did not go with her well. What did she do wrong? That was the only question in her mind. She might have been harsh on him, to which it was on the back burner of her mind. I showed him frickin' kindness, and I get shit on after I do it for him? Lily snarled. What does he want me to do? Ooh, back off? Lily sighed, then began to eat her dinner. She then looked outside of her bedroom. I wish there's something I can do for him, Lily sighed sadly. Meanwhile, at Erickson boarding school, the Wiggles, along with Dorothy, Henry, were there, along with Clementine and her friends. They arrived back home safely, but they still worried for Wags, Captain Feathersword, and his pirate crew for their safety. We have to go back and save them, Violet stated. Vi, look, Captain Feathersword made his decision, and we should respect it, Lewis sighed, trying to make sure Violet didn't lose it. Lewis is right. We are all risk getting killed if we try to go back for them, Clementine agreed. How will we get them back? The Wiggles aren't going to be the same without them, Violet said her statement, making a good point. You do have a point, but we should accept that Captain and Wags have said and done, Greg replied. None of us could do the same, Jeff added, even if it means costing themselves.